Oh man, today is day 9 and it's almost over, but of course I've got chores to do. I recently reinstalled the baseboards and the toilet in my bathroom that I've been working on. So it's looking like a real room again. Still need to do the vanity, but because I've got new nail holes in the baseboards, I want to fill those holes in with putty, sand them down, and just give it a nice fresh coat of paint. And I don't have any white semi-gloss paint, so I need to go to the Home Depot and buy some. You might be wondering why I installed the toilet when I know I want to paint the baseboards. Well, my wife is having surgery in a couple days. She's going to be laid up on the couch recovering, and I didn't want her to have to walk upstairs to go to the restroom. So I threw the toilet back on and I'll work around it. That being said, why don't you come with me to Home Depot and I can talk to you about how the prep is going. Let's go. Today is the first day that I've started to feel the diet. I'm feeling it sooner than I thought I would. You know, we're in the second week, right? I woke up this morning and I had zero energy. My stomach was eating my spine. I still got up at the appropriate time at 6 a.m. and I still went over and got on the stationary bike and did my fasted cardio. I still did my foam rolling and stretching. But it was rough. It was really rough. My check-in was pretty decent. The scale is starting to move again now that I've implemented some changes, which I can talk about those later. And I think this is the first set of photos where I'm beginning to see some changes in my physique. I know I'm only down 3 pounds, but I feel like I'm getting a little bit more detail in my body, and more specifically, my stomach is looking a lot flatter naturally. So those are all really good things. I dropped 2 pounds in the first week. I went from 201.4 down to 199.4, and I was at 199.4 for like 3 days maybe. And because I had kind of plateaued, I decided to decrease my calories again. I went from 2950 down to 2850. Also, I added a little bit more cardio. So on the days I don't go to the gym, I'm going to be doing 45-minute sessions instead of 35-minute sessions. And in the mornings, during my fasted cardio, I'm going to be doing 30 minutes instead of 25 minutes. And the only day that I'm not doing any cardio is going to be leg day. Question for everybody else that's been through a diet or two. At what point in the diet do you start feeling the fatigue? Obviously, this go around, it's hitting me on day 9, but I started the year in January at close to 230 pounds, and I lost, I went down to 200 by the end of May, kind of fluctuated back up to 205 through the summer, and now I'm back down into the 190s after just a week. And maybe that's why I'm feeling it so soon, but like, serious question. When do you usually feel the fatigue of the lack of food and the cardio? Also, rush hour traffic sucks. I'll check in again when we actually get to the Home Depot so I can concentrate on driving. We've made it. I need to go in there and get some paint. And I'd also like to look at their vanities. I think the lady and I had one picked out. And if I can fit that box in my sedan, I'm going to. I thought maybe while I was shopping and perusing, I could talk to you about how broken my back feels right now, just getting in and out of the car. But I've never filmed in public like this, so we'll see how that goes, because I don't want the entire video to just be me talking to you in the car. All right, here we go. All right, paint. So today was back day, and I gotta be, I think I broke myself. My back training has like 100% been about two things. Firstly, I want to open my back as much as possible. I think I focused for so long on just contractions that my back hasn't been growing wider, bigger. It's been getting thicker, stronger, if that makes any sort of sense. So I've really been focusing on opening the back, stretching it. And secondly, control. Lots of time under tension, lots of slow, eccentric movement stuff. And because of that, I'm not doing like one all-out set to failure. I'm doing a little bit more volume so I can have more time under tension. And it was brutal. So after warming up, I started with like rope pullovers on the cable, and I supersetted that with just rope rows, because I feel both of those movements, and I can really focus on opening my back hard with those, and they burn, they activate things really well, and I think I did like 3 sets of that. Really good opener. I strongly recommend you trying that. If you don't feel your lats and just everything burning by the end of that and getting you primed for the entire workout, we need to talk. Okay, so I want some semi-gloss enamel. The question is, do I get this quart or do I get a gallon? I guess for now, I'm just painting baseboards, and I know that I'm going to be painting more baseboards and windowsills and stuff upstairs, but I think I'm just going to start with the quart, because this stuff is like glue, and the last thing you want is to have it left over and it's just sitting in the can for years. It just gets so sticky, you know? So we're gonna start with a quart, and now I'm gonna go look at vanities. And while we're walking to the vanities, my second movement was a supinated or reverse grip machine row, supersetted with reverse grip pull downs. And again, I'm really focusing on the control here. I think I did 3 sets here, two sets with this weight, which was like 2 plates and a quarter on each side of the row machine, and then 16 on the pull down cable, and then I did like a third set where I did less weight so I could maintain the control in the rep range. But it is really good at pushing blood, and there are 2 movements that you can control and go really heavy on without sacrificing form. Then, after I'm all activated, entirely pumped, I want to do some damage to my back. So I decided to do some Pendlay rows, which are just like bent over barbell rows, but starting from the floor. And these are difficult. These are like really difficult. I did a set with 205, then a set with 185, and then my third set was with 135. And I was going for anywhere from 8 to 12 reps with all of these. I think I got, so let me check out these vanities real quick. Okay, so here's what I'm potentially looking at buying. If you can, there's a ladder right in the way. This dark one with this sink. I think I want to get that. And then I want to replace the hardware on it with something more interesting, and I'll have to go buy faucets and all of that heavy stuff. But what I'm here to ascertain is if this is a box that I can put in my car. That is a really deep box that it's not that wide here, but it's really deep. So because of that, I don't think I can get that in my sedan. I think I'm gonna have to order it online and have them deliver it to me. Now that I know that, I guess I should go look at the faucets and stuff quickly just to see if there's anything that I like. After I did those Pendlay rows, I wanted to hit more of my back, so I found a chest supported row that has multiple grips on it. And I went ahead and I hit that without sitting, so that it almost turned into, the pronated row I did turned into like an upper back only thing. And then I just stood up and I grabbed the neutral grip on there and just did like almost like a low back row, so it hit my lats. And this thing fired every single muscle in my entire back. All of it. Anyways, I got faucets here. I did 3 sets there, and I was going for like 12 reps on the pronated one and a minimum of 8 on the neutral grip, so it's another set of like 20. But okay, one, these faucets are really basic and kind of ugly and much more expensive than I thought. So I think my best bet is to probably buy some faucets on the internet. All right, so I got my paint. We're all checked out. Head back to the car. After I did that chest supported row machine superset, I went over into the heavy room and I got the good squat rack where the safeties are perfect around my knees, and I did some rack pulls. I love me some rack pulls because I can lift a good amount of weight with rack pulls. And if you don't go too heavy, right, you can pull your elbows back as you're doing the reps, and you can squeeze your rhomboids, you can squeeze your traps, you can squeeze your lats, and you can just burn the shit out of your back. So I think the set that I actually recorded, I did 3 plates and a quarter on each side, which is like 365, I think. And I did 15 reps there. And then I did a second set, and the second set I did 4 plates and a 5, and I think that's 415. So essentially I added 50 pounds total, and I did a set of 9, and it was fucking brutal. That was heavy shit. I think that would have been relatively easy if I started the workout with those, but the fact that they were at the end after I'd already burned the shit out of my back was just crazy, you know? After I did those rack pulls, I wanted to do a John Meadows principle, which is like end your workouts with a stretching movement, right? You've pushed a lot of blood into your muscles. You've made them as tight as you possibly can. You've stretched them by contractions, by shortening them. But now we want to lengthen the crap out of those muscles so that you can stretch the fascia and elicit even more a hypertrophic reaction and stimulate more growth. So I did that same superset that I started the workout with cable pullovers, supersetted with like a cable row. Usually I do these with a rope, but the rope today, I couldn't find the damn thing. So I just grabbed a couple of handles and mimicked the rope, right? This last set that I did, actually I think I did 2 of them. You're not gonna feel those if you did the rest of your workout right. This is literally for the theory of stretching the fascia of the muscle, right? I don't feel these contractions, and frankly the stretching portion doesn't even burn that much. But you're so fatigued that it takes everything in you just to move the weight. It is crazy. Anyway, I need to turn onto the highway, and we're still in the middle of rush hour, and I'm really hoping that I can get home relatively quickly because I need to eat in 30 minutes. Ordinarily, this is like a 10-minute drive, but with all the traffic, we'll see. So hopefully I get home in time for my next meal, and maybe I can even show you guys what that next meal is. So we got home in time for meal number 5. Guys, the diet is real plain. I've got 142 grams of grilled chicken, which is somewhere around 40 grams of protein. I have 9 grams of barbecue sauce. It's like 4 grams of carbs. And then I've got some oats that I like to do overnight style. So it absorbs a lot of liquid. So this is 50 grams of oats, 50 grams of blueberries, and then half a cup of almond milk. My metabolism is running so hot right now that I eat just like 450 calories for a meal, and I'm hungry like 30, 45 minutes later. Lots of water, lots of water. So my energy is starting to go down, like just in the morning. And I think it's because my sleep is starting to get impacted ever so slightly because I have 0 carbs in meal number 6. But somehow when I go to the gym, I am able to turn it on and just leave everything on the floor. I'm actually really happy with my gym performance lately. The level of effort, the level of intensity, I really like it. I'm gonna eat this. I've got meal 6 here in another, well, I guess 2.5 hours after I'm done eating this. I gotta take out the trash, gotta do the dishes, and then I'm gonna go spackle those floorboards so that they can dry overnight and maybe I can sand them tomorrow. I'm available to take on a few new clients right now. So if you're interested in having somebody help you get your fitness goals, I've been doing this for 15 years. I love this really plain diet. Now, 10 years ago, I hated it. And I know how to make all the different veggie succotashes. I know how to make burger bowls. You can get some great protein pancakes, all this kind of stuff. And I can help you in the gym. So go to verticenthealthfitness.com if you're looking for help in reaching your fitness goals. We can lose some weight, we can gain some muscle, we can do a body recomp. I can send you diet only and leave all the training up to you, and we can just do a check-in process, or I help you stay accountable and I help you make changes when they need to be made. But if you're interested, verticenthealthfitness.com. I can be your coach. Day 11 is going to be a rest day for me. It's also going to be the day that my better half has some surgery. So I'm going to be spending the entire day, maybe even overnight, at that hospital. So we got to get there at 6:30 in the morning, and then we're going to be there all day, maybe even overnight. So I'm not going to be able to do cardio that on this coming Thursday, the day 11, but I can stay on diet. I'll pack all of my meals, and I can just pace the hospital, and instead of doing cardio, I can get steps in. If you have a goal, be committed to it. And then after that, she's going to need looking after. So day 12 is arm day. I might have to skip calves. I don't have a great way to do calves at home, but I do have some really basic weights in the basement. And maybe I'll do an at-home arm workout and take you along for an arm workout. If the videos are a little slow here in the near future, it's because I am taking care of my significant other, who I love more than I love myself. And the personal diary will continue. I'll still make updates every morning on Instagram. So go down to the description of this video, and I'll have my Instagram linked, and you can go there and follow along. Until the next video, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being a part of my journey. And I will see you in the next one. Cheers.